Hello everybody and welcome back to the next video. This time we're going to talk about one of the most important parts in the game, and that is the map awareness and map pressure. Because the way you are winning the map is basically on applying pressure. What I've learned back in the day when I play competitively in Dota 2 is if you push your waves, or if you place wards, or if you get any information for your team, you're automatically going to win the game because of one reason. Because you apply pressure on your enemy and you are winning the map. And for the example, I just took a game from myself. I was the Moon Krill in this game and we're just watching the Infernus. Because he argued with me and my friend a little bit, and I think he's completely like in a wrong direction of the game. Because if we're just looking at him, what he's doing right now, he's looking for the chest, for example, instead of like going to the wave. So now he comes to the wave, then he's going to go back to the chests, and he's not going to understand one thing. The lane creeps and the jungle are way more important than these stupid chests, just for example. Because I do not think this is worth it doing this, what he's doing right now. Because you're losing one big advantage, and if you're just looking at his net worth, 4.4k, you're gonna see in the next like 2 minutes, he's not gonna earn a lot, because he's not focusing on the important things in my opinion. Like these buffs are cool and nice, but they are more like an add-up, that's basically it. Now he's going back to the lane, but he already lost a full wave. Because a full wave already died and his wave is pushing into the enemy tower, as you can see. And this is also a crucial mistake, because instead of using his W like this to pressure the wave, which is not bad, I'm not saying it's bad, but like instead of using it like this, he could have used it on this neutral camp and run into the lane. And then he's gonna get double the farm basically, because he's gonna kill the neutral camp too, or at least a small creeps, which can be like a big benefit for yourself, because you're gonna see it's like 1 minute in and he got 300 souls, which is a big problem. I'm not saying this guy is bad or something. I also realized this guy is like, I don't know, in the top 500 list worldwide or NA, I can't remember, but like, which is crazy to me because his understanding of map awareness or like how to farm the map or how to pressure the enemies is actually illegal. And it's no flame. I literally just did the anonymous mode just so you don't know who it is, but like, it is crazy to me that this person is actually playing or farming like this. Because if you look at this, he's 5k now after 2 minutes. He gained 600 souls in 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, which is a big problem. We need to change that. Like, if you are playing like this, you're guaranteed gonna lose all of your games. It is actually ridiculous because you're not gonna pressure the enemies. Sure, now he's pushing the wave, which is very good. But I'm gonna show you way more situations where he is just not thinking about his team and he's only thinking about himself. But he's thinking about himself in a very, very bad way. For example, this. Instead of going to the lane with the McGinnis, as you can see in the minimap, he's going to the jungle. Buddy, we are losing farm. Even if you split the wave, it does not really matter. Both of you getting good farm. And this is important. Make sure to always go to the lane, even if somebody's there. You need to share the experience, or like the souls, whatever you want to call it. You need the gold, you need the levels. You need to be strong. Only farming the jungle is not worth it. Trust me, it is not complete, like, it just doesn't work. Now he's going to the lane, after the wave died kind of, now he's like zipping a little bit of experience, even though Vindicta and the beginners are there instead of like 2 people, and he's just like, he's not efficient. If you just look in my net worth on Krill, I'm 10k and he's 6k. Like sure, he had like a very rough lane, but like I also died 2 times on Mu and Krill, which is like a big point. He died 3 times, I died 2 times, so it doesn't really matter much. But like, oh, you see the farm difference because I'm focusing on my farm and I'm trying to pressure the map. Because if we're going back like 1 minute here, that was not 1 minute, only 1 minute. So when he moved to the jungle, just look closely at the minimap. I'm moving Krill, I pushed 1 wave with my Mirage together. Then I'm looking for a neutral camp on the enemy side instead of my own back jungle, which is also a point where it's not good in my opinion. And then I'm going to the next lane. Because I'm telling my Mirage, yo, I'm gonna go to this lane and you can take this lane or like jungle this area. That's basically it. Communication and like understanding where you need to be, what you need to push. So I want to make sure you guys understand one thing. Dota 2, Deadlock, League of Legends, every single game that is like closely to a MOBA is about information and understanding the map. So you basically want the information for your team, where the enemies are, what are they doing, and how can you outplay them or farm more than them. And there's like one simple rule. The best information you can get in Deadlock is creeps. If creeps are pushing in, you get information. Who's playing where, who's gonna defend this wave, and who's showing in the map. And let's say your team is like running around as 4 or as 3, and you see 2 people farming a lane that you pushed in 2 minutes or 1 minute ago. You can easily go on the other guys because you know, yo, 2 heroes are missing. We can do whatever we want. And this is an important mindset because I was rewatching this replay and I was like, even in game, I had a strange feeling because this person like argued with me for some reason and it did not work out. But like, it's a very weird way how he's farming, and I think it's not the correct way. And this should be your mindset as well. Push the wave, farm the jungle, or farm the jungle with your spells and then push the wave if you are quickly enough and can catch both. But the easiest way to get good farm in the game is basically you're pushing a wave, so you're applying pressure on the enemies, and then you can farm the jungle whenever you want to. The best farming for the jungle is basically the enemy side of the map, of course, but it's riskier. So you need to have an understanding, can you die here or can you not die here? Can you farm this? Yes or no? Because if we're looking at the counter right now, we started watching at 7 minutes. He had 4.4k and he's at 7k now, which is not good enough. He's like doing 500 souls per minute. And I think him farming these golden and cheese chests is not good. Like, I get it, it looks cool and maybe it makes sense, but like now he's pushing a wave, which I respect. This is very good. If he's doing this, perfect. But the problem now is going to be probably that he's only pushing this wave and another wave, and then he's going to go back. Instead of like pushing the next wave too. Because the difference is now, he sees the enemies on the minimap. He knows enemies are on the Moo and Krill. He sees 3 people or even 4 people on the Krill right now. He could easily push the Watcher a little bit. And sure, you can argue there is a Warden on the lane, but the Warden is not gonna fully solo kill him. He can just run away whenever he sees them. But at least he's forcing them a little bit, because the Warden is doing the right thing. He's reacting and he's pushing the wave. But my Inferno, sadly, is jungling the wave in a very, very defensive way. Like, he could easily push out the wave even more, because if you look at it now, he's probably gonna like chill a little bit or even go back again and ignore the wave. Like, he wants to buy now, but he sees all the enemies. There's nobody to kill him, kind of. So that's the problem. Thanks for the invite, buddy. I'm gonna join later. But like, that's the problem. You understand hopefully my points, because he bought now he's going back to the lane. But now Mirage is there. Like, sure, it doesn't really matter if they share the experience, but like, that should be your mindset. You need to push the waves and you need to get maximum amount of souls in the game. Because if you look at me on Krill and in Mirage, we are the highest net worth in the game with the enemies together. But the enemies are winning the game, basically. But like, that should be your mindset, because he's 9k. He's the lowest in the entire game. As an Infernus. Infernus is a great farmer. But the problem is, he has the wrong mindset, in my opinion, and he's playing it wrong. For example, here, he's missing a full wave, as you can see on the enemy walker. He could farm the wave, and then he can run to the jungle if he wants to. So you need to remember one thing. If you want to farm jungle, make sure to push the wave, so you get lane pressure and you get information where the enemies are. Because then you also feel way more comfortable farming enemy jungles. If you see some enemies, or if you hear them on your microphone, on your headset. And whenever you do this, trust me, you're gonna have a such nicer time and you're gonna feel so much more safe. And maybe I'm talking about a perspective that is maybe a little bit too high for you guys, or like too high for the average, because I've played competitive in Dota 2, and map awareness is insanely important in these games. Or like in this game, whatever you want to call it. And in my opinion, Deadlock is kind of the same, because Deadlock has the same aspects of Dota 2. You pressure your lanes, you farm a lot, you're trying to outmove or outplay your enemies. Sure, there are no smokes or wards in this game like in Dota 2, but you need to use the smokes and the wards in a different way. For example, Veil Walker, or like the Shadow Blade, or I forgot the name of the item, where you go invis, is basically a smoke for your entire, like for yourself, and your entire team can buy it too. So it's like the same aspect. And the wards, instead of like having wards, your creeps are basically your vision in the game. And you need to respect that the creeps are your best possible way to see your enemies and understand where they are. Because they will give you the information so you can play more risky. Because this guy right there is not playing risky at all. He's playing like so safe that I can't even explain how safe it is. And he's also like playing very, very like passively as well, if you think about it. Look at this. He's just running around, getting some chests, and he's just like chilling around instead of like applying any pressure. This guy is 1-3. His team is fighting and he's not doing anything. That's the problem. He didn't even push the walker. It was my McGinnis. Imagine, the McGinnis came to his lane and pushed the walker instead of the Infernus. And the Infernus, instead of helping her, he completely ignored it, which is a big problem. And you see the reflection in the farm. He's lowest still, which is a problem. But we're gonna speed it up right now, and you will just see what he's doing. So, team is fighting. He's connecting, first time, Hawk. We get some kills. But the problem now, instead of like applying pressure, he's buying, and then he's gonna think about farm again in the jungle. But instead of farming the enemy side of the jungle, he's just like chilling around in our area. As you can see, he's not crossing the path of the enemy side. He's just farming our side of the jungle, which is not efficient. If the enemies are dying or you win a team fight, you wanna apply pressure on the enemies, which he's not doing at all because he's just jungling up our area, as you can see in the speed up, which is a big problem. And as you can see, he's not taking any risk. He's thinking like, yo, I need to play very carefully. I need to be passive and blah, blah, blah. But no, you need to play aggro. He can easily farm the jungle up there. He can push the walker. He sees the entire enemy team, as you can see on the minimap. And he's not applying pressure on the right side of the map. Instead, he's going to the middle, walking close to the enemies, but he's not even taking the fight. He's just buying, and he's running around. And I really hope you guys see the points as well, because this is not efficient at all. Even though he's getting farm now, mostly of it is because we are applying pressure as a team. We got 2 walkers, we got all the towers, we almost got 4 walkers without him. And that's the reason why he's getting farm now. And he's like, of course, AFK farming in our jungle, which is a problem. But he could play so much more aggressive if he wants to. But sadly, he's not. And if you guys get this mindset right into your head, I can tell you one thing, you're going to have way more success in your games because you're going to have 20 to even 40% more farm than your enemies, and you automatically are 10 times stronger than them. And the chances of winning are going to be way, way higher. Trust me. And at some point you realize, yo, this guy is right. He's having the correct mindset and you're going to win more games. So yeah, I hope these kind of like understandings of the map will help you a little bit. And I'm going to like show you now a few examples that I mean about like map awareness in this game still. And then we're going to talk even more. Alright, another example. My Furnace is farming the wave on the enemy side, thankfully. His team is fighting. Enemy Kelvin dead, Vindicta dead. So let's see what's happening. His team is fighting. He's fighting. I like that. I like that. That's very good. He's not dying yet, which is impressive. He's trying to kill a Shiv, which I respect, definitely. He's fighting as well. He almost kills him. I think he's dead on Shiv for sure. Close though. Almost. So, 3 people are dead. What is Mind Furnace doing? Let's just see. He's looking at the walls, probably like typing to chat or somebody, I don't know. He's killing the chests. Instead of applying pressure on the map, he's farming chests. Now he pushes the wave. Never mind. Hitting the jungle. Not even finishing the jungle. Now going back to the wave. I like, because he's applying pressure now. This is correct what he's doing. Let's see what he's doing next. Running to our side of the map and jungling, probably. Or going to the secret shop and buying. He's going back to the lane. Now he's feeding the jungle. And his team is applying pressure on the enemy side of the base. He's not helping his team, as you can see. He could easily push the wave and help his team by pushing several lanes at the same time. But hell no, this dude is shining it up. I mean, maybe he did it on purpose this time because me and my mate, like, we told him to, like, do something and he, like, was mad or whatever. Maybe he's just doing this on purpose. But, like, I have a feeling this guy is doing this every single game, which is a big problem. Because most of the people, I don't think they are bad. They just don't want to understand or learn something. But I think the correct way to play this game is how I'm saying it. Apply pressure, play the map, get information, outplay your enemies. That's like basically the most important things in this game, in my opinion. And just as a small reminder, according to like these Deadlock or whatever websites, this guy is one of the best players in this game. He's top 0.01% or some shit. So let that sink in. If this person can make it, I believe in everybody of you guys to make it as well. Just believe in yourself, and yeah. I thank everybody for watching, but I can't look at this anymore, so I really hope these kind of tips and information will help you, and I wish you good luck in your pubs. Thanks for watching, peace, and bye-bye.